Unfortunately, drugging of kids today is not really, there's not a lot of concern over that. And if you go to the juvenile detention center, most of the kids are on drugs, okay? And I'm talking about legal drugs. So those are some of the issues that have come up over the years. I was in the school board for 6 years. I don't mean, nobody remembers those years. Because we were both in the school board at the same time. But during the school board, we used to bring up the issue with Ritalin, how many kids were on Ritalin. It became a very political issue, right? When you start confronting some of these things that are going on, to me it's amazing we're actually doing what we're doing. Because Ritalin is very addictive. It's an amphetamine-like substance. It's a class 2 drug, just like cocaine. It's very addictive. It stunts the growth. There's so many side effects to this drug. Yet, if we go out to the schools and give cigarettes to the kids, somebody would complain. But we could give them drugs and nobody complains. So it became a big political issue. I know Tara's here, she's our state representative in Austin. And I've talked to her a little bit about some of these issues. But this program is non-political, non-religious per se, because Mr. Hubbard did develop Scientology. But just like Valley Baptist Hospital, you don't become a Baptist if you go to the hospital, right? This is a secular program. I mean, secular, any religion, basically. And I'm kind of a little selfish in a way because as a taxpayer, I used to see people be on heroin, and then they would be caught in the legal system and put on methadone. Well, methadone has a longer high than heroin, right? It's more addictive than heroin. So what are the drug addicts want? Methadone. But now who's paying for it? The taxpayers. It's legal. Okay. And that's one of the issues with this program. No drug, Narconon means no drugs, basically. And there is a technology to do it without drugs. And that's the reason this program is here. And the way it all started, there's a friend of mine, an optometrist. His brother-in-law was addicted to cocaine. He actually went to Narconon in Canada, got off of drugs, came back, he was all excited. I know my daddy knows Roy Medrano. He actually was on our board here. But Roy came back, he's a professional. Nobody knew he was on cocaine. There's so many professionals on drugs that you don't even know about, right? Yes. And health professionals, believe it or not, have a higher usage of drugs than non-professionals because they have access to it. Okay.
Money.
And money, exactly. But anyway, Roy came back, he was enthusiastic, he says, we need to have a Narconon here. We need to have a Narconon. And that's how this program actually got started. When I actually applied to the state, to put this program here, a detox program basically means you take somebody off the street and you restrain them and put them in a hospital and you put them on phenobarbital and all these other drugs for 72 hours. It's called a detox program. Now the word D means away. Tox means toxins, right? If you're putting more drugs in the guy, are you detoxing the guy, or are you making him more toxic, right? So we know the answer to that. But they actually told us we could not use the word detox in our program because it already has some authority figure that runs this program, right? And basically we're running into this politics. This program, we should have thousands of people in this program, I can tell you that. And it will in the future because it does work. And you heard the success stories. I'm very proud of all the students that are here, and also Joseph and all the staff, because these guys, they've been through this. They know what it is to be on drugs. And even, I went to Catholic school 7 years. There was only about 20, 25 students in my class through all those 7 years. I lost about 4 or 5 friends because of drugs. And that was back when marijuana was a big drug. But it's not marijuana anymore, it's crack and all these other drugs that are more vicious than others, okay? So, this is the reason the program here is here. Terry's here, Dalia, you guys from the probation office. I'll ask your help because we need to get more people in this program. Get them out of prison. Prison's not going to do anything for them, okay? All they're going to learn, like they mentioned, there's drugs in prison. In fact, the guy that, Rick Pentry, right?
Wow.
Yeah, Rick had a program in Puerto Rico. He started a Narconon in the prison system in Puerto Rico. The whole administrative area was actually involved in getting drugs into the prison. They almost killed him. He had to move out of Puerto Rico. And I'm talking about the administration that ran the prison. Okay? So we have some major issues here. And they're issues that I really care for. I have no political agendas. I'm here because I see the effects it's having on our kids. And I care for kids. And I see too many kids being put on drugs. And once they're on Ritalin, the chance of them committing crimes go up 40%, by the way. Once they're on Ritalin, the chance of committing crime goes up 40%. So we have a vicious cycle in it. And again, I want to thank Joseph for being the executive director of this program, and